Alright gang, I think it's time to drop the hammer on our YouTube trading gurus. A few years back, I made a video exposing YouTube and Instagram trading scams at large, but this time, we're gonna take it one step forward by actually asking the cream of the crop of our so-called experts directly for their own trading achievements. I hope you don't mind getting caught in a shitstorm, cause this one's gonna get dirty. So, first things first, what are the rules of engagement for my screening? As I said, I directly contacted each one of these channels to give them a chance to prove their performance or to let me know about a piece of information about their credentials that I might have missed. To do this, I looked up the respective YouTube profiles of each one of the top 40 YouTube trading channels by subscriber count, number of views, or by search results ranking. I went ahead and gathered their contact information, and whenever their email was not listed, I went to their websites and looked for a contact form. And whenever that failed, I tried to contact them via Twitter as a last resort. For the avoidance of doubt, I wrote to each and every single one of them the exact same, very precise message asking for a proper track record. Here's what the message read. Hi there, I'm a new trader and I recently found out about your YouTube channel. Pretty impressed so far. Before getting started on your mentorship, would it be possible that you provide me with a link to some sort of ongoing third-party audited track record, not a screenshot please, such as my FX book, market log, collective2, FundSeeder, etc. Basically, any reporting tool pulling data straight from the brokerage will do. I would like to verify the live performance that your course can generate in terms of risk-adjusted returns. Obviously, the more liquid the asset classes you can provide proof for, the better. Thanks a lot. So let's break down the requirements of my request here. The track record must be third-party audited, that is not a screenshot or an Excel spreadsheet or basically any self-made reporting of any kind. B, it has to be ongoing, in other words, live and still traded. C, it should use an impartial reporting software, pulling or recording trades straight up without any intermediary or possibility for revision or filtering after the fact, and especially showing thorough performance stats. Pretty straightforward. Now, I know that pretending that I am a beginner trader and asking for risk-adjusted returns as opposed to how many millions I can make in a week with my $1,000 CFD account might have been a little bit suspicious, but hey, what the heck. Now bear with me here because I'm going to itemize each and every single one of those channels that I contacted before I left them with 10 business days to reply. Here's the list in no particular order. The Secret Mindset, Bitcoin University, aka Matthew Crater, Trade Society, Warrior Trading, aka Ross Cameron, Adam Koo, Rainer Teo, Forex Signals, Karen Fu, Thomas Kralo, Investors Underground, Ricky Gutierrez, Clay Trader, Trading 212, Mamba FX, No Nonsense Forex, Aman Nats, which is an ex of Astro Forex, UK Spread Betting, Roxy FX, The Moving Average, Patrick Wyland, Wise Trade, Foos Trading, J Trades, FXC Academy, Lark Funding, Trade Genius, Apollo FX, Jason Greystone, Craig Percoco, The Trading Channel, Humble Trader, Bloom, Lady Trader, Trader Nick, FX Alex G, Trades by Matt, The Trading Geek, Trading Lab, Fractal Flow Pro, and of course, Inner Circle Trading, or ICT for short. Now, I'm sure I might have forgotten about a few, so please don't comment in the comment section telling me how I missed this guy or this guy. Don't confuse the forest from the trees here, guys. To understand the scope of this study, vetting these 40 channels as of September 2024 meant addressing a grand total of 24.7 million subscriptions and an aggregated reach of over 1.7 billion views. That's billion with a B. Obviously, with a grip this wide over the trading community, it's not hard to realize why the level of the average YouTube-educated retail trader is where it's at right now. This study is about to reveal the kind of authenticity of trading material that most people work with and are taking for granted just because it is popular. So let me show you how these YouTube educators are really making in terms of long-term risk-adjusted profit by trading what they preach. To analyze our results, I decided to make a tier list that many of you should be familiar with. So I will be ranking the response that I received from these channels from SS being the best to F being the worst. And here are the criteria. F means that my request was totally ignored or that they provided fake contact details. E means that they provided a substitute or a lousy excuse for what I asked for, which I described earlier, and that they actively tried to deflect, deceive, and butter me up as to why it is that I should deem their bullshit acceptable. D means that they provided a substitute, but did not bother to lead me on. C means that they admitted to having no track record and left it at that. At least plain honesty is appreciated here. B means that they were able to provide a track record of sorts, but that track was either stale or it did not provide any clue as to what the actual performance, meaning the risk-adjusted return, was over time. So it was impossible for me to gauge whether they managed to beat indexing. A means that they were able to provide a properly audited track record showing all relevant stats and that the track record was still actively traded live. S means that they were able to provide several live track records spanning multiple asset classes. And S means that they were able to provide several live track records spanning multiple asset classes and show that it works at scale in a multi-million-dollar account. And drum rolls, here are the results of the inquiry. Once again, friendly reminder, grab your umbrella here because the shitstorm's about to break out. Out of the top 40 YouTube trading channels that I surveyed, as few as 11 cared to reply. That's barely a quarter of them all, so already we can slot 29 channels or 72.5% of them all in the F tier. I'm telling you, we're off to a great start, guys. Buckle up. Up next, our E tier. Those who try to sell me Costco beef for Wagyu steak. That's 5 of them, namely Adam Koo, Rainer Theo, Clay Trader, Trade Genius, and Fractal Throw Pro. Now right here, we need to pause because no matter how ridiculous, there is something for you guys to learn as far as the gaslighting tactics aiming at making you accept sloppy material or excuses as the real deal. And frankly, it is not hard to fend off when you know what to expect. Here are the answers that I received. I trade futures in Brazil and I have no third-party verified track record to show you. My performance doesn't guarantee yours. My courses and ebooks are based on self-evident and non-obvious facts. Sorry, you can see with your own eyes. So basically, trust me, bro. It is self-evident and not obvious, meaning that the content is so rich and deep that it carries proof of positive expectancy in and of itself without any applied proof. However, it might not be replicable to you since the way I trade these principles for some reason cannot necessarily translate to your own account. Amazingly convenient, isn't it? But hold on, it gets better. Here's another one. This isn't a follow me service. These are tools we offer. You can see the trades the system puts on, time-stamped by our Discord room. You can check out our public track record here if you're interested. And I got the link. The burden of proof rests on you to compile and reconcile the disjointed list of trades that they post on their Discord server. And when you're done, you can try to overlap that with what they label as their track record, which is drum rolls again, and don't laugh, a self-made Excel spreadsheet. Good luck figuring out actual performance with that. Anyway, next one. Kindly watch the video below, so I got a link again. Rainer uses CMC markets and those tools don't support the broker. So here it is. Broker compatibility is a lame excuse which I explained in my very first educational video. As I explained it many times since then, nothing keeps you from opening another, smaller account at a compatible broker in order to replicate your trades and be able to hook it up to an analytics reporting website. It is not hard to do if authenticity is really what you're after, and especially that will keep you from having to make a lousy video to spew out excuses. And if you wonder what the video is about, it is him rationalizing why logging into an account somehow provides sufficient proof of performance. Once again, no proof whatsoever of anything was provided, let alone about his true risk-adjusted performance. Alright, next one. Please note that all trades inquiries will be forwarded to Adam Bang Elson, and this is exclusive to our students. Don't you like it? So basically, you'll know if these guys can really trade better than you do only after you have enrolled. And last one, my favorite one. I don't teach a strategy. I teach the tools and it's up to you to build a strategy. Me making money has zero bearings on you because I don't teach you my strategy because we both have different risk tolerances. Fucking gosh. So this is a jumble fuck of an explanation if I ever saw one. Like Winston Churchill said it best, if you can't convince them, confuse them. Just to be clear once again, if the so-called tools provide zero assurance of performance replication and added value to your bottom line, then let's call them what they are. They are useless. And especially, risk tolerances have zero to do with whether a strategy can be translated over to someone else. Risk tolerances are merely derived from position scaling, not from final expectancy. Okay, I'm telling you guys, they almost killed me during this study, so moving on to our D tier. Basically, those who attempted to give me a substitute but did not even bother to tell me why this is acceptable as proof of performance. That's only one channel actually, and here's what I got from Humble Trader: the eternal alibi. Unfortunately, we do not share the portfolios of any of our mentors or members in the community. However, you can check out our reviews on our website for 100% real, unedited testimonials from our community. Man, I'm telling you, if I got a penny every time I saw trading educators push those damn testimonials on me. So I guess that if they're 100% real and unedited, then it's all good and peachy. All I have to do is trust you at face value, basically. And how is that even supposed to give me a clue about the performance that I can generate with your course? You know the answer. Anyway, moving up to C tier. In C tier, we have two of them: Forex Signals and Tradingchannels. I gotta give them that, they were bluntly honest about it. Tradingchannels told me, we don't provide such information, and Forex Signals said, we don't have any audited link from a third party. Alright, fair enough, at least you didn't waste my time. Moving up to B tier now. In B tier, we actually have two of them: Trader Nick and Ross Cameron's Wire Trading. Now, I know that Ross's name alone may ruffle some feathers since the guy was slapped with a $3 million fine by the FTC about 2 years ago for basically lying to his audience about how easy it is for them to replicate his performance. Now, pay attention here because it gets subtle. When you first hear about that fine, then your knee-jerk reaction may be that you will wonder why the heck I would give him a B tier. After all, if he's a scam, he should get an F like almost all of the others. So am I out of my mind here? Well, the point is, guys, facts are facts. And Ross Cameron does indeed provide a third-party audit certification from 2017 through 2019 by an auditing firm called Citrin Cooperman, and from 2020 to 2023 by another auditing firm called Singer Lewis. The major problem that I have here though, and where you shouldn't be misled, is that not only the audit only goes so far as certifying returns, thereby telling us exactly nothing about true performance, but especially, and that's what got him in trouble, it does not tell us anything about what exactly was traded. And for all we know, it might have been some trading performed on very thinly traded markets, thereby making his strategies absolutely not replicable for his students, which is all that should matter to you if you wish to learn from a successful trader. And that's where our S and SS tiers come into play. Anyway, second in the B tier came Trader Nick, who could also provide 2 track records of higher value since they were traded through my FX book. However, these track records were halted in September 2020 and October 2023. So for all we know, a catastrophic loss might have happened to them and the data upload might have been stopped because of that. But we'll never know. Coming in last, moving up to A tier, I only found one channel. That's right. And who that is surprised me and also might surprise you a lot because of all the crap that this channel takes left, right, and center. However, once again, facts are facts and there's no way around them. And I'm not going to tweak the results of my study because of my ego. This channel is the Trading Channel. I know what you're thinking. This guy is as generic as they come. He teaches retail nonsense like chart reading and candlestick patterns and all that jazz. I'm not enthused to say it because many newbies will take it as proof that these concepts can work. But the fact of the matter is that he has published a Forex only track record on my FX book that's been active since mid-September of 2022 and is still ongoing as of making this video. Take it or leave it, even if that doesn't mean that he could translate his trading method one-to-one to you, that's still technically better than 97.5% of the channels that we inquired in this study. Okay, so where does that leave us as far as S and SS tiers? And where does that leave FXPhysics standing in this context? Well, objectively, the S and SS tiers are extremely hard to reach. As you could see, in the absolute best case scenario, the scope of the credentials offered to you in the panel that we went through barely covered one asset class at best. Once again, the S tier can only be granted when multiple track records covering the broader spectrum of speculative asset classes are offered. I would say that FXPhysics is standing on the brink of S tier currently. As of now, we cover equities, bonds, commodities, futures, and cryptocurrencies. That leaves Forex to be covered to allow me to declare S tier has been completed. As you know, I'm currently working hard to release a Forex track record with FX Entropy, and the launch looks very favorable for January 1st, 2025. I will update you on that. As far as SS tier is concerned, once again, if everything goes as planned on my end, my goal is to get there almost at the same time or very shortly after reaching S tier. A SS tier would mean demonstrating scalability with a 7-figure account, and I damn well plan to release that ultimate proof, especially now that a new auditing platform called MarketLog was released by the same team that created my FX book, so stay tuned for that. Regardless, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the absolute state of the YouTube trading education community. May I remind you once again that 72.5% of all respondents, representing a total of 14.8 million subscriptions, prefer to hide in F tier rather than admit that they cannot trade better than their own students. And altogether, basically 87.5% of all respondents that you rely on for your trading education cannot provide actual proof of performance to save their lives. Pause and think about that for a minute. That's the pool of knowledge that retail at large is pulling from. Absolute frauds and phonies. What's funny is that I always seem to be held to the highest degree of scrutiny in the comment section of my videos, a degree of skepticism that is nowhere to be found on other channels. It's like all the retail brainpower somehow converges to my channel for some reason. But hey, I'll take that as a compliment. In any case, I'll say that if you're about to question my integrity and credentials though, be sure to bring your A game, because I'll come back to your ego with nothing but undeniable facts, hard data, and 20 years of experience, most of which at an elite level in this field. Anyway, I hope that video gave you a very clear idea of what the landscape of YouTube trading education has been for the longest time. So stay safe out there. Extraordinary claims demand extraordinary evidence, so never feel bad for demanding it or for exposing these clowns. Your financial survival depends on it. I'll talk to you in the next one.